up there. And just make sure that we actually go live on YouTube. Yes, we are. Hello and welcome to episode 73. Yes, we've been doing this for a while of Into the Splinterverse. We got, okay numbers here, but we're back under a penny. That's kind of a bummer. But you want to go ahead and say hi to the people there?
Hello, everybody, and yeah, we've been around for a while. I mean, on and off, but mostly on. And it is a bummer because now I'm waiting with some SPS that I want to turn to DC, and I won't turn it until it gets a little bit higher, which hopefully it will. So, hello, everybody. Thank you for coming and spending the night or the day, wherever you are with us. And hopefully we get some Splinterland stuff or Splinterverse stuff. I don't know, maybe there is something in the Splinterverse else we want to talk about too.
Yeah, it's going to be a little bit of the shorter show, just so you guys know. So don't be sending us a bunch of stuff to give away because baby has to go in an hour. Uh, don't
Well, I
have
don't
time
have
to
to,
do
but
death wheels.
I
But
don't really have to, but
hey, and shout out to Gathering who came in and Play-Doh. And then we got Birds, Bees, and Trees. He might stay on Twitch. He might show up over here. We never know. Very, very interesting things going on in the ecosystem, right? Oh, wait, no, it's just those cards coming out that we all are running out of money to buy.
yeah, I was
so,
like, what did I miss? What did I miss?
um, we're getting our next card for vouchers. Very interesting. We got our first zero attack card with no ability to be trained. It's a dragon card. I don't want to edit my image using AI, so let me close that out.
Why don't you want to edit it?
Um, it might be a little blurry, but the I couldn't make it any bigger on the screen over here very easily, so I downloaded it. So we got, it's an interesting card. It'll have 6 health, 4 armor, 4 speed if you max it out. It picks up, it can't be trained. It has a slow. It has a new ability called Poison Burst, which is interesting. So Poison Burst, if we go back down over here, when defeated, it's a 100% chance to poison the attacker, 50% chance to poison units adjacent to the attacker. And then, kind of interesting, that's rebirth, yes? Or
Yeah,
is it resurrect?
no report.
Rebirth. Okay, so it comes back to life, so it can do that twice. Kind of interesting though, because if it hits all three the poison and the poison next to the monsters next to that monster, on the first time, dies, comes back to life. Those guys are already poisoned, can't poison them again. So that's an interesting final ability. I feel like redemption would have been funner. Um, here, or in a redemption here would have made that one funner instead of a weaken. Because then you do 2 damage upon death plus the chance of poisoning people when getting hit. I feel like that would have had a little more synergy. I don't
Well,
really
but
understand.
don't really know that it will die from the same monster. I mean, usually
Yeah,
not.
it's true, but in theory, it's the same monsters are going to be hitting it depending on where you
So
put it. So
in theory, when it dies, it can actually poison the whole enemy team.
it's possible. It'll be interesting to see. It is a dragon card. Dragon isn't super meta. Tofu, Lorcus are just so powerful that going to dragon hasn't been something that a lot of people are gooding. Good luck. I don't even.
Dromo I
Uh
like
oh.
him.
Bajango says he has gifts on cue to sell.
Yeah, I saw him.
I,
I
I
just
don't even
didn't
know.
add
Do I
him.
want to even look at my account?
I, I,
But nonetheless, it's going to be it's kind of nice because it is a dragon card. It's a 4 cost card, so it can make it into Little League. It's having a slow and a weaken in Little League is kind of an interesting thing for if you were to play one of those decks with redemption, and then add in all the self poisoning and things. It's gonna be very interesting. Yeah, Call Me Tin does need some help on card design. You would think maybe they could open up. He should start putting these out to your group, Bajangles. We should talk to him. You have a big group of high invested players in your Discord. You could share the ideas of the card, and we could give him early feedback to avoid some of the stuff that's been happening with the cards. I didn't want to get into this too much, but this card was different the cards, both all of the like a lot of the cards have been getting yelled at by whales. Vodkis freaked out on one of them. I just don't know if it was this one or the other one. Um, but it was just with the idea that things, Call Me Tim has made this mistake on a couple of cards, gives away the horse before the cart, basically, by giving them all their good abilities up here and then trash down here. Things that don't really matter. I mean, literally on this card, I could just go ahead and get it to level 2. I'll have the slow, I'll have the poison burst, and I'll be pretty good. Now, if I get it to level 3, I get that weaken. I guess that weaken kind of matters because you poison the other team, but then again, I die and my weaken goes away anyways to poison them. So, doesn't really matter. Not a lot of synergy within these two. Oh, but then if you max it out, I guess you come back to life and put the weaken back on them for one poison tick. It's weird. Um, yeah, maybe also you have Matt on the show. Push it at Matt Bajingles. If you guys have, I don't know when you guys are doing that Matt interview. Even if it's before the show, be like, look, a lot of the cards have been falling flat with people, and he needs to maybe work on them. So, yeah, that would be interesting. I don't know. To imagine that you'd offer to him for months, that's a bummer. That he hasn't taken you up on that. So. But yeah, I mean, I'd say it's okay. It's not great. It's a lot of vouchers to get this card, from what I understand. If we go back to the post, I'm sure it'll say. I think they went with 1,500. Does it say in here? Yeah,
Yeah.
1,500 vouchers per BCX. I mean, I'll probably get it. I'll get it at least to level 2, and I'll see if I really want that weaken, and if I want that return to life. I don't know. Yeah, I do understand, Plato, that you want to give some of the new abilities to everyone who plays the game because not everyone is going to get the cards to max level. But you got to make the abilities it gets at max level good enough to make it worth the investment. There's a lot of cards I've taken to max level just to have them at max level that I didn't really need to in this set, and that's kind of interesting. Yes, and I do get it. Some people don't like vouchers. It's good to know you'll bring that up with Yabba Bajangles. Yeah, because getting feedback from the major players makes a lot of sense. But I mean, just before I give you a chance to talk on this a little bit, I just feel like you need to give people a reason to spend that extra money. Because if I needed to get this to max, I would go out and buy 3,000 vouchers. But I don't need to get it to max from the way it looks to me, so I'm not going to buy those 3,000 vouchers. So I might even need more than 3,000 because I think I only have like 8,000. And to get it to max, yeah, I'd need to go buy like 5 or 6 or 7,000 vouchers. So by not pushing it to really, really get great abilities at the end that synergize really well with the rest of the cards, it doesn't really make a lot of sense. So, yeah, and that's where I'm at. But what do you think?
I think it's a meh card, just like the dwarf was, and it's not supposed to be that powerful anyway as a voucher card. Uh, Definitely until when I like before I realized that the untrainable was a debilitation, not a ability. I was thinking it was exciting because I thought upon hit it would just take the weapon training away from the monster that has it. So if that was the case, yeah, it would have been an exciting card. Now it's kind of like meh. And
Yeah, I don't understand why they made it untrainable. Like, would have this card been overpowered if you could give it some magic attack?
I guess just to put an ability, but as I said, it's a stupid. Well, in my opinion, it's a stupid ability because it doesn't really increase your way of your tactic skills. It just limits you. And again, I don't know if poisoning somebody that kills you is that powerful, even if it spread in two directions, which most probably won't be the case most of the time. But the good thing I see, I mean, I hope that people dig it and like want to get it just because it's voucher free card, and maybe a future becomes kind of powerful. But what I like is maybe it will somehow somewhat increase the value of the double cleans card.
Okay,
So
yeah, maybe the double cleanse card. I mean, the thing is, the poison burst is interesting. Bojangles thinks that that if he feels like it's a no brainer to go to level 4 to get the rebirth. I just don't see it because the card is meant to die and poison people. But to me, too often when it comes back to life, it's just going to die the next turn to the same monsters, or maybe 2 turns away to the same monsters. So to me, I don't see it poisoning lots of people. Now, maybe I'm wrong on that, and I'll look into it and see if some people say that. But to me, and then weaken with poison when you die makes no sense. Weaken with poison that you like have as an attack makes a ton of sense, right? Because you poison them past their armor, you weaken their HP. Hopefully, your poison takes them out. But when I die, I poison you, my weaken goes away.
well, the weekend is supposed to be until you die, I mean, it's kind of like it's not necessarily connected with the dying process because up until you die, you still have them with one less HP.
Yeah, but
So
you only do poison burst when you die, right?
I know, but I mean, poison bullets doesn't have to be in the beginning. Like, I mean, what I'm saying is like there are attacks or there are actions happening prior to the card dying. So it's kind of like, yeah, maybe with the because it will. The thing is, if it's going to be to apply the poison straight away or from the next round.
Yeah, and birds, bees, and trees. There was supposed to be, I think, one more town hall next week. Is it next week or the week after? It's got to be next
Oh,
week,
it
right?
cannot be the week after, man. It's
Yeah, I
holiday.
thought they were supposed to have one more before the holiday season, but you'd have to ask. I don't know. I haven't been following close enough. Okay, now though, because we do have the holiday season coming up, and I think today this was the last push, and maybe they'll just have the town hall to go over these two guys. So this is Fizbo the Fabulous, and what is this? The Warborn Shaman. So
Yeah,
these
it's
are
not
the
that fabulous, but having a healer in fire team, it's kind of like okay.
yeah. So if we bring these up, these are the next two Hall of Legends cards. Now, just like the team, subject to change, right? We don't know if there'll be any changes to these yet. Let me move us. Let's see if I move it. I'll just hide myself for a moment. You could look at Bebe there so we could see this. So you get a level 1 tank heal, which is nice, with 2 magic, 2 speed, 4 health. So I mean, solid low level card, kind of expensive, but on par with the Goblin Shaman, kind of almost a
Yeah,
replacement for
it's
the
not
Goblin
expensive,
Shaman.
man. It's a heal for a splinter that doesn't necessarily
Yeah.
have heals.
And then when you look at the Goblin Shaman, who is also 6 cost with a heal, the Goblin Shaman has a little bit more armor, a little bit more health. So this guy's a little squishy, but he has this new ability here. Now I'm pretty sure, yeah, his artwork is kind of weird. You're right.
He's the biggest
Now,
guy.
do I have this right? This is the ability to give reflection shield to the monsters next to him, and I'm wondering if it also includes him. I don't know. I don't remember the full way the reflection shield storm works. So if somebody wants to verify that, that'd be kind of interesting. And then we got the Wardborn Shaman we'll bring up. This one just looks like a pretty solid mage. I don't have a big complaint about it. It's got a decent amount of armor. It has void armor. It has expose. It has an expose with an ambush, and it has poison with an ambush.
It's not an exposed, man. again.
I mean, no, wait. What is this one? Not exposed. What is this ability?
Well, it's I don't know the name exactly, but it slows the
It's
card one each time it hits.
what
But
is this one called? I've been calling it exposed, but it's not exposed.
but
Um,
yeah, it also works totally different than expose.
but you know, when you get it up here at the high levels, you get a pre action where you could make the monster slower, and poison it, and then it's got a self heal. Now self feels a little weird, but the card is a little tanky. If it has a self heal and you put a repair on the team with void armor, it could be a little bit of a tanky card in an interesting position. A last position, you might have a hard time killing it with a sneak monster who doesn't have a lot of attack. It is a little squishy for 10, only 6
There
health.
are not
That
many,
feels
there
weird.
are not many cards with magic that attack back row. So
Yeah, yeah. So like in the sneak position, it has armor, it has okay health, and then it self heals. But I think more likely the cool part of this is going to be getting off that early round hit to slow down your opponent with a magic attack that should hit most of the time. So
jangles with the facts. It's called impede.
impede. Thank you, sir.
He's put the card. Well, I
That's
mean, he's
funny.
like a cartoonish Elvis Presley.
Yeah, it's funny because like this is what kind of the art that we're used to. You know, nice orc shaman. I like it. I like the little skull built into the fire here as an added little effect. And then we've got just like the jester, I guess. I don't
Yeah,
know.
again, it looks like cartoonish Elvis.
I mean, you know, you are right. It is a healer for two teams, so that's an interesting one. The fire team doesn't have a healer, to my knowledge, right now.
Yeah,
So they get one. They've had them in the past, but it's kind of funny. The fire healers are like always promos.
and always with magic,
But
which makes them easily killing
it's
themselves.
definitely though it's a tofu counter. If you've got these two reflection shields, because then you can surround him with two sneak monsters, and you can use him with the new death fire one that gets the double attack. The 4 cost one.
But then again, you
Um,
can use just at level 2. That's fine. You don't
yeah,
need to
you
go
know,
there.
affliction is such a good thing to have. I would push him to here.
Well, but there are so many cards with affliction already, and
Yeah,
you don't, and
but
especially for the last level, you don't really want three magic, man. You don't. As a squishy healer, you definitely don't
no,
want to be
no,
dealing
yeah,
with
like
three magic.
I think I'm gonna aim to put him right here because you're right. I
No,
don't
but
necessarily need that extra magic damage. I still have
talking
4 health,
about
same speed, same
this,
armor, but I pick
this
up
is
that affliction.
talking about this is yeah, talking about not having incentives to max it out. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
I would.
again though, we were talking about that earlier. What do you get if you max it out? You get a damage. Now a damage can kind of matter,
No, no,
especially
no.
if though, does he get reflection shield too?
Well, it doesn't seem like it. I mean, like the dwarf doesn't get shield, and also
I wish it went over them
and
here.
also I'm not really sure it goes in both directions. I would think probably it gives it to the may go both direction. I don't know since it's a storm, but having in mind what they did with the phase and the shield, it was like just the monster in front as far as I remember. So I don't know about this one.
I wonder if we go to.
Yes, gathering. I agree that tank kill for fire is a big deal. That's what I started with. But again, like yeah, you don't want that tank to self-destroy itself in 2 turns with a magic reflect.
Did they have a post about the new abilities that were going to be coming out a while ago?
I don't know, but
I
I was
don't think
thinking
so.
people in the chat might know about the storm.
Yeah, yeah. I don't remember if the reflection storm or reflection, whatever
But
it's called.
in the article, I sure it's not mentioned in the article.
Well, this is an article. This is just release notes.
Oh,
It just said, so it's just here that I can't
and
just the
after the
images.
cards, what it says. Oh,
Tech
no.
modernization. new tutorial,
No, they just throw it
concept
like, yeah,
tips.
a little tease, guys, for
Yeah,
you.
yeah. It's just a little tease. It's not the same thing. So
Well, I mean, they probably, yeah,
I don't. He definitely goes both ways. Huh? That's a
yeah.
good one.
Well, if Django says he goes both ways, then probably he. Well, I mean, he looks like he goes both ways.
I mean, I definitely think that it's a good card. It's worth picking up. It's not one I'll skip. I don't know about this one. Um, they're more. It's more feasibly priced when you can buy these at $2. But even then, like a buck 50. But still, that's like a $200 card. So I don't
Yeah, the
know if it's
Shaman is definitely
good enough.
The Shaman is definitely a pass for me, but Fizzball I probably should get it just because it's a healer for fire.
Yeah, these two. I did pick up my Echo guy, but I didn't buy any of this one.
I
Like I
didn't. I just
said, it's interesting. Sneak, stun, knockout could be an interesting combo. I can't lie. I have 4 days to find money
mm,
and see if I want to change that or not. But I just don't know. Um, let's see if we take a look at these ones. They did a good job with Merit, right? Because you don't get Echo till last level.
yeah, which
But
made me
this one,
not
the
get any
legendary,
coherent.
what level would I have to get it to? Only
But probably
here to
two.
try out the stun knockout.
Yeah, probably two. I mean, the others are okay. They're beneficial, but I
I
mean,
mean, a divine shield's nice to keep it from dying to thorns in turn one
yeah. But
or
is the
two.
divine shoot worth $100?
No,
I
probably
wouldn't
not.
think so.
And is it? And then is the piercing is interesting, um, but
$150 interesting.
I mean, it doesn't do that much damage. So I guess on the knockout it does. Because I mean, like you're hoping this arrow shot gets a stun, and then your next hit is going to hit for 8. But there's other ways to make sure you're not going to run into armor. So this is a bit of a luxury.
Yeah, it's a
How much
nice
are they going for?
card.
$37. So
It's a nice card if you can afford it. I cannot, so I'll be just who cares? Nif it.
yeah, Fizbo will be immediately meted because in your mirror match versus Tofu's, it'll change what you can play, right? Because I know it give. Um, I know he gives the shield to the two monsters next to it. Because I mean, Sneak has been totally taken out of the game because of um, the Thorns plays. So to put them, this will let you put some Sneak teams back into play. It'll let you do some fun things. So it should be kind of interesting. Because what's his name? I have him in here somewhere. I forgot his name. I'm bad with card names, guys. I got to start remembering them again.
My problem is
I gave up in Chaos Legion because there were too many cards.
my problem with the card is I cannot use it where I really would need it.
Here we go. Night Stalker. Because you could put Fizbo next to Night Stalker, and then he could actually do his blasting, executing funness without killing himself. You could also put him. Let's see. It was green, right? So you could give him to Rickman. Um,
If you have
that
one.
if you well, yes. You have to have these cards to.
Nah,
Maybe I should sell some of my
whatever.
Manoros. What are they going for?
Whatever. I like the Santa Claus outfit on Green Bardoon.
I do too. I was using him a little bit today. You know, doing okay.
First I was like, oh, I have a very nice card here. Where is that a reward card? Where did I get it? And then I realized it's just Green Bardoon.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay, I didn't think about that. So he's saying, um, play the EMP Warden, give this person armor strike, and now they can armor strike to try to stun. They can arrow to try to stun, and then they can hopefully get through 2 armor That's an interesting play, even with it at level 3. So that's interesting. But $90, so I don't have to get a level 3.
Even with level two, if you
Level
ask.
2, I mean, to get a level 2. Or almost, actually, a little over $100, huh? Because they were 37. Yeah, Virgin Trees, Mood Carts, I was playing it for a couple days and it was fun. And GLX might be done, and hopefully they'll give us some money back for it going away.
It's not done.
Um, but GLX isn't done, but GLX, the way it currently is done. I think they actually might turn it into a football management game, which would be
Uh,
better
I think
for
they're
most people.
from what I read last, they're mostly turning into bookies, like the fantasy thing where you bet over under on stats of players, which
Oh,
which is fashion. I mean, which is like modern nowadays, so it might have some traction.
yeah,
But I
that would
don't.
be interesting.
But I don't know if that's aside from the so-called manager game or instead of. There was just a recent announcement. I think it was yesterday or today in the Discord channel about this bookie thing. I just didn't have time to research if it's instead of or in addition to. And I think if it's in addition to, it's a nice thing because I think people dig that kind of a fantasy where you can earn money by predicting how a player will do on the field.
Oh, sorry. I'm trying to see if I can find. Um, where is
Yeah,
GLS?
they just lost the licensing with the MLSPA, and that was like, who cares? I mean, but
There it is.
like, yeah, it's not like the players attracted much attention to the game, so who cares? They just can put some random names and stuff like that. I mean, there is a lot of potential if they really decide to go with it, but I don't know. It seems like they don't have the person with actual knowledge of football to make it work. Because I'm playing one other Web3 football game, and yeah, I'm quite enjoying it, and it already will be season 3 in a few days.
Yeah. Look, they're becoming GLS prime pick. But what happens to all of our cards?
Well, probably you'll be staking them to get the multipliers, I don't know, or something like that. But again, I
Oh,
said I don't know if that's in addition to or instead of.
yeah. Yeah, the GLX game was never done really well. It was too simple of a game. I actually think Moon Carts is kind of fun. My only issue is when I go to play Moon Carts, no one was playing, and then I forgot about it for a while because I couldn't get anyone to play with. You queue 4 or 5 times, you can't play. You're like, okay, I'm moving on.
It's called Futium Burst Vision Trees, but yeah, they had like 2 or 3 years ago they were selling clubs because like it's like 8 divisions. I mean 8 levels, and each level gets more and more divisions. So you have to purchase a club if you want to play. And now it's just on secondary market. But yeah, it's interesting. I mean, you set tactics, you watch the game, and at the end of the season, if you're in top 5 spots, you earn some ETH. It's cool. It's a cool game, and like I can see that shows me that it's a concept that can work. I mean, there are people spending money money like thousands of dollars on virtual players. So yeah, it's a concept that can work, but if done correctly and done by people that actually have actual knowledge about football, which I don't think any of the people on the team do, judging by the way they made it in first iteration. But I don't know. We'll see. I'm happy with the picks as well because I've always been curious, like this fantasy stuff, like that you can bet on player stats. But yeah, if I can do it with money that are worth nothing, it's better than doing it with real money and losing money.
I did get lucky and got 6 golds on this one off of 2 mints,
For
but
show off time?
nobody is buying them yet. So,
No, yet. Actually, I don't know
but
because
I put them up here though. When I put them on sale, they were at $22. Now they're all the way down to 16. But I
yeah,
think I'm
see,
just gonna wait because
yeah,
typically they go back up when they go out of mint.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I see that older promo cards kind of actually had spiked up a little bit, unfortunately. But yeah, I mean, there is a good chance that you're able to capitalize later on if you hold on to them.
Yeah, if I'm able to sell all of these ones and get $100 back off of it, then it will be a lot better.
I
Like
think I
this
think
one,
I think Riclao was one of the cards that doesn't have any gold foils on the market
uh
at all. Like you cannot buy even one. So I guess it's the most successful one then, if that's the case.
oh, okay. What else is there to talk about, guys? Untrainable. That's such an
That
different
Uvga's gonna be huge.
word. I know they put your best friend there. You know.
Yep, yep. Always happy to see him everywhere.
Well,
I think
at least for a few more years.
I think he
Oh, we're
won.
just under that 100K mark, guys.
Well, we were over K for the best of the day. So I mean,
Yeah, hopefully. So somebody go buy a little bit of Bitcoin. Yeah.
nah. And yeah, that's too predict. Nah, you see that the upside is not there.
It's not time to be up doing it.
Hmm?
On my little phone app, um, that I've been playing, I earned 70 satoshis the other day, or
Awesome.
70,000
70,000, awesome. But
with
yeah, I
about
mean,
$70. So that was pretty cool.
Bitcoin is cool for people who have money and they want to kind of preserve the value, but to make money, yeah, it just doesn't have that upside like as some outs do.
Yeah, probably this
XY,
one still has a way to go,
fingers crossed. I am
and
on the train.
then Chainlink will probably do another run, in my opinion.
Oh, is that still
Given
alive?
not financial. Yeah, Chainlink still is like the number one Oracle service for all the big chains.
Polkadot also seems to be alive, but barely. I haven't heard anything about them, but I
Yeah,
saw
I think Polkadot
a little run up.
is. I mean, not. I have a feeling this is going to be one of the ones that goes away.
Well, I mean, hope you're
Unfortunately,
wrong. I hope you're wrong, but it's not unlikely.
Cardano. Um, the altcoin daily guys did a video on this other one, Supra, and right after they did it, it
That
went up
sounds like
like
detergent.
a look at this chart.
Oh,
But
well.
they did their video like here, and then it went here. But I'm like,
Yeah.
why couldn't you do the video when it was back here?
Mhm. Because they wanted to get their backs up before they make the video.
I mean, what is this move from 0.08 cents to 4 cents, um, to 4.6? Though kind of crazy, it's only at 4 cents, and it still has a like $200 million market cap. So there must be a
I mean,
lot of
but
tokens.
6 billion tokens, come on.
Yeah, I know, but it's
And what it is even like Supra,
it's
whatever.
supposed to be a faster than Solana layer one blockchain with its own Oracle service and cross dex capability, cross trade chaining trading and stuff. I know. I was just looking at it because it's like they did that video on it. And I'm like, oh look, it's already moved like 4 bajillion%. Oh. Oh, look at that. Alex says he's been making a couple grand a week by buying one BTC when it's at 95 and then selling at 101. Yeah, I just don't have $95,000 to buy one, Alex. That's pretty cool that you've been doing it.
Yeah, that's why I said it's for people that have money.
And Alex, I'd never heard about Super till then, but
I'm trying
I kind of only pay attention to the gaming ecosystem stuff, not
I'm
not the
trying
other crypto stuff.
to
So
make money with nothing, so that's tough. Mm.
yeah, I know. If I could just be buying and selling a Bitcoin, that'd be cool. But
And yeah, the MFers were talking about dot for years too, like how great it's going to be, and that's all I heard is how it's going to be a revolution that never happened, I guess. So just because people are
I mean,
talking,
Dot. I bought a little bit of Dot, and then when it went up to like 40, I sold it. Um, but you know,
no, that's not the point. The point is like the promises of how, like, yeah, it was
yeah,
people
the
were hyped about
Polkadot
it.
and the parachains, and it was supposed to be the Ethereum killer and everything, but then Solana just came out and it would have killed Ethereum, except for it keeps breaking every once in a while, which is hurting its credibility a little while when the chain just stops. So it'll be interesting, for sure.
Did you got into the hack to a meme coin?
No, I did not get into Haktua, so I won't be participating in that lawsuit against her.
You didn't spit on that thing?
Nope, nope, nope. I didn't even hear about that one till after I heard she was getting investigated for running some kind of scam.
Like, well, I just heard that it bottomed. Didn't even know that she's investigated.
Yeah, it's because I don't know what her promises of her coin was. Like, was she going to come and spit on your thing or something? But
You know, you know why she's being investigated? No,
oh, for a pump and dump scheme, basically.
no, but you know why she's being investigated?
No, why is she being investigated?
Because she's not Trump.
Oh, that's not true. They investigate Trump a shitload. They just don't.
Not for
They
his
just
shit,
don't get to convict.
not for his shit coin.
Oh, for the Trump. How I don't know. How's his coin doing?
I don't know. I have no idea, but I know he hasn't. I know that there is no way it's not a scam. So,
I
but
don't know. I don't even know the name of his exchange, but I know there's a bunch of Trump tokens. MAGA. And look, it's only 79 million market cap, so it's a smaller
whatever,
coin. But
whatever.
then there's Trump. But I don't know if any of these are actually have anything to do with him. These are
Huh.
all just people making tokens.
Yeah.
Look at these ones. All have warnings on them.
The one down doesn't see Trump at ETH.
Yeah. This one also only 32 million. That's pretty
Only
small.
down 99%.
Oh,
That
oh,
sounds
oh.
like it could be his coin.
More Trump coins. Just Trump all over the place. The Trump NFTs. From what I've heard, his NFT collections actually do pretty good. The ones
Okay.
that he sells, at least.
Okay. Sure. Whatever. I was just telling you why she's investigated.
Did I get demonetized? Like I make much money on these ones
Why would you
nowadays.
why would you get it demonetized? What did you say wrong?
Yeah, Alex says if you invested in Dahaktua, you deserve to get rugged.
Yeah, well, but remember we were laughing and we were saying
Hey,
the same
hey,
about
Bajangles, my
the
videos
sheep.
don't say they're for children,
We were
okay?
saying we were saying about the same thing about the Shibas and the Dogecoins and like people who are investing into meme coins deserve to get wrecked. But I mean, Dogecoin is still strong now. It's even into
I don't think I've ever thought bad about the Doge people, but I was definitely shocked that Pepe did what Pepe did, and and Shiba Inu after that. So
yeah. But that's what I'm saying. We were laughing at those people, but they made pretty solid gains. And Doge people, as I said, they keep on getting these gains, and now they're even in the American. Parliament, I mean, American jurisdiction.
yeah, the Department of Government Efficiency,
Yeah,
aka Doge.
we have a department after Dodge.
Yep. Well, it's Elon in Elon's department, so it's the one where he's supposed to, in
Well,
theory,
it's
fire a
his
bunch of
coin.
government employees.
It's his coin as well, so I mean, makes sense.
Maybe it would be funny if it was, but it's not his. But
No, no, I mean he rallied behind it since like that's where the huge bump of Doge began when was behind like acknowledged that he's behind it and he supports it and stuff like that. So it's basically his coin. I mean, not that he's in any way controlling it, but he's just the power behind the coin. He's the one that gives it value.
oh
So,
yeah, let's make right as we're getting ready to end. Let's make baby a little upset and talk about the game that we're not supposed to.
hmm?
I'm looking at the Prime token.
Who is upset with what?
I said I was going to make you upset by looking at Prime.
Oh, not at all. I don't care. I mean, if it works for you guys, I'm happy for you, man. I
I,
just don't
I,
believe it.
I bought my tokens here to buy my packs I bought, and then it went. Phew.
Good for you.
Well, it would have been good for me, except for I spent the token. I spent
Mhm.
the tokens on packs, so I bought a couple extra, and so I sold
But
them
now
when they
you're
got up
earning it,
here.
so
But
if you didn't get those packs, you wouldn't be earning it. So I guess it did work out.
yeah, we'll see, we'll see. I mean, it's been doing pretty good, um, but we'll see what happens. The one thing I still can't get though, I mean, there are so many people who play Prime, play that game, and don't and play with the fake cards that it's mind boggling. Because when you play the game, if you give up, if you disconnect or give up the game and don't just play it to the end, you automatically don't make money the next match. It'd be like if you hit the surrender button in Splinterlands and didn't watch your battle, you you don't get money your next one no matter what. You're basically disqualified. But so many people are just playing the games with the fake cards that it's it's wild because like whenever I'm gonna win, people just give up. But whenever I'm gonna lose, I have to sit there and take the beat down because I don't want to not be able to earn the next match. But I'm shocked how many people give up and give up early sometimes because I'm just like that forfeits earnings for the next time you play the game, even if you win. I'm like, what the heck is going on? But then like I watched some of the Twitch streamers the other day, and like they're all playing with fake cards, and I'm like, this is wild. I mean, the one thing that's really hard though, could you imagine playing Splinterlands and if you were playing to earn and you had to play players who were playing with ghost cards? And so they were all playing like
Yeah,
the
and I'm happy because I get my money one way or another. It sucks when they beat you with ghost cards, but hopefully that won't be happening.
yeah.
And since people started talking about exchanges and stuff like that, and we ran out of stuff to talk about, maybe it's a good thing to wish everybody nice holidays. Maybe actually we'll make one show before the holidays, especially if
Yeah,
there's
we'll
town hall.
see. Next week I'm working like normal, and then I'm off for the holidays after that. If they do a town hall next week, then maybe we'll do a show after the town hall to talk about it.
Yeah,
Um,
the show next week is maybe so if we don't see you before the end of the year, I personally wish you happy holidays and hopefully you've been good and Uncle Santa will give you a lot of coins. I don't know.
yeah, and thanks for hanging out with us for a bit, guys. It's always fun to talk about stuff. Hopefully, the team will have some interesting updates next week, and they'll go over those new cards. We'll see if there's any changes, and then we'll talk about it one last time, and then it's time to take a little break for Christmas and the holidays, and we can all just watch stuff. Hey,
Yeah.
Hank, good to see you
Bye,
coming
Hank.
in, saying
Bye,
hi.
Hank.
We're getting out of here though, so bye. But don't forget if you are here, smash the like, as Hank is telling you.
Yeah. Thanks, guys, and
Guild bought a bunch
like
of Tesla early this year, looking like part of the
dive
fucking
into the festive season and don't forget that there is life outside of the computer, so enjoy it. And
Yep.
next year, hopefully, will be huge and we all make a lot of money.
All right, guys. We'll talk to you later.
Bye. Yeah.
Oh, I'm tired.
Oh, I mean, yeah, it's but at least we had to show